Back in April, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry visited a University of Texas solar research site in Austin, where he spoke of both the environmental and economic benefits of solar energy development.
Millions of jobs will be created in the building of and of the maintenance and running of these kinds of energy production facilities.
The conservative Republicans who control state government are skeptical of climate change, so their backing of renewables is all about cost. The state has invested in high power lines and other infrastructure to bring cheap electricity from wind turbines in remote areas to big urban centers.
You will see over the next 5 to 10 years a lot more investments in the grid, and that too will facilitate more solar generation.
Andy Bowman is chairman of Pioneer Green Energy, a company that has mostly focused on wind, but it's now developing solar projects.
A lot of wind companies have evolved to include solar and wind because solar has become so cheap. It's now quite competitive with not only wind but fossil generation.
Jennifer Ronk, a renewable energy expert at the Houston Advanced Research Center, says it makes sense for a company to develop both wind and solar.
Wind is most active at night, which isn't when we have our highest usage. So to be able to put in some solar panels, which obviously produce more during the daytime, it balances out the system a lot.
One exciting prospect, she says, is the development of batteries and other ways of storing excess energy for when it's most needed.
There's a lot of research that's being done. There's a lot of development that's being done. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 3 to 5 years.
Ronk says the use of coal is likely to decrease further in the years ahead in Texas and elsewhere, mainly because of cheaper and cleaner burning natural gas, not wind and solar.
I don't think that the world is going to shut off all major power plants everywhere and be run on nothing but solar. That's not where we're going long term. I think there's a mix of solutions that are going to be the optimal outcome.
She says modern new nuclear reactors could also provide clean energy, but the costs and public fears of devastating accidents have reduced their appeal. Flakus, VOA News, Houston.